Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, everybody. So here I am sharing a screen. Yes. Can you see this? What is on the screen? Everybody, is it visible? Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This
Yes,
is
sir.
visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. First of all, I would extend my good morning and namaskar to the Aero sir, Ambasta sir, Sanjay sir, and I don't know how many people, how many of our elders are watching this program, but I wish them, I pay my namaskar and good morning to all of them and seek their blessings. So my topic is capacity building webinar, English, how to solve long answer type literature. Am I audible, everybody? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, audible, audible.
Okay. So how to solve long answer type questions literature? It is a well-known fact that every year in every examination, starting from class 8 till class 12, such questions come, long answer type questions. Am I right, sirs and madams? Is this a fact? Is this a fact that long answer type questions are asked in literature? We all agree?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So today's topic is how to solve long answer type questions. Actually, mostly we find that these questions are towards the end of the question paper. And by the time they reach these questions, they are exhausted and they don't find themselves equal to the task. How to answer these questions and how to do justice to these questions. Because these questions are demanding. They have a lot of marks, 4 marks this time. Previously, they had more marks. And we have to supply a lot of content here. And these questions are mostly open-ended. They are not just questions. They are open-ended questions, long answer questions. So
मेन रोड में तो वहाँ पर
please mute your mics, everybody. I request, please mute your mics unless asked for. Please mute your mics, everybody. I request all the participants, please mute their mics. It will be a big help for us all. Okay? So background noise disturbs.
Just a minute, Hira sir.
Okay? So
Hira
please.
sir, please wait a moment. Hira sir.
Yes, sir.
Wait a moment. Bambam Kumar. Bambam Kumar. Please mute yourself. Bambam Kumar, please mute yourself. Vijay Kumar, DAV Mukama, please mute yourself. Vijay Kumar, are you listening to me? Please mute yourself. It's not nice to see you people very negligent. Vijay Kumar, DAV Mukama, are you listening to me? Vijay Kumar, DAV Mukama, mute yourself. Yes, sir. Hira sir, continue, please.
Thank you, sir. So I was talking about long answer type questions, which is a common feature in every question from class 8 onwards, or even before. Such questions are asked, and these questions are towards the end of the question paper. And by the time they reach there, students find themselves, they sometimes run out of ideas, they are exhausted, and they deal with these questions in a very ham-handed manner, not in a very careful manner, and their answers are not perfect, and they are unable to fetch good marks because they don't cover the content properly, because the content which question covers, which question asks. So this is a problem. So today we shall try to find out how to equip our students, how to train our students to handle such questions with confidence, and they are able to do full justice to the questions. So first of all, I request my worthy participants to tell me, how can we define a long answer type question? What question can be called a long answer type questions? With your answers, please. So this platform is now yours.
Hello.
Please tell me. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, yes. So,
Bola Pilo.
have you heard me? My question, dear
Oh,
participants?
yes, sir. We have heard, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir. You are
please.
audible.
Yes, sir. Please tell me, what is a long answer type question?
Whose answer can contain 100 to 125 words?
This is the length of the answer. Any other thing? Any
Yes, sir.
other features? Neetu ma'am, your voice is not coming. You are trying to answer, I can understand, but make it audible.
So, okay,
Yeah,
sir.
yes.
So, long type question is also an open-ended question in which students can express their opinion related with reference to that story or the character.
Yeah, ma'am, please, will you, I am asking one more question to you. So bear with me. My another question is that, what is an open-ended question?
Open-ended question means that means there is no limitations. Students are free to express their opinion, their ideas, their thoughts.
Oh, so
with reference to the story.
Yes, this. Yes, continue, ma'am. Yes.
Suppose there is a question, sir, that it is asked from the chapter The Necklace, that describe what is your opinion, whether Mr. Loisel had enjoyed the party or not.
Yeah.
So this is an open-ended question, sir, and the answer the student, they have to express themselves on the basis of their in-depth understanding of the story. This is what I mean.
So it is individual response to the question, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
It is individual response to the question. Students' point of views. Students' point of views will be respected here.
Yes.
So no fixed answer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's find out what is a long answer type question. Here is the definition. I don't say that it is a
1 minute, sir.
definition.
1 minute, sir.
Yeah.
Long answer questions also include high order thinking questions, extrapolatory questions, open-ended questions,
value-based questions.
High order
Value-based
thinking.
question.
High order
value-based
question, high order thinking, extrapolatory.
Yes, sir, you're right.
Yes. Great, sir. Great. You have enriched our knowledge. Great. Yes, these are the things. And this is what I was looking for when I asked some leading questions, that what more can we say about this? A long answer type question. Very good. Yes, it is hot. High order thinking it demands, means we go up the pyramid of Bloom's taxonomy. Okay, like analysis, synthesis, interpretation, application, all these high order thinking takes place. Then we are in a position to answer these questions. Okay, background knowledge, please. I request, please control that knowledge. Background noise. Background noise, please. I beg your pardon. What is a long answer type question? I have tried to give a very simple definition. More can be added, as I told you. And I am not the person who can tell you everything. You yourself are very learned, very experienced. So you can help me in this. We are only discussing these things. Okay. A long answer type question requires respondent to write detailed answers in response to open-ended questions. And plus, that this question demands a lot from us. High order thinking. Some questions are value based. They have larger messages for us, some universal values. Okay, such things are there. So we shall look into it. So what is the way?
Are the days
Yes,
when children
want to add something?
and listen to their teachers imparting their knowledge and wisdom on the tiny, tender, sponge-like mind of the children. What is the result? No
The voice is
development
coming from the background.
development in their competencies, no development in their personality. Because
Are we hearing some other? May I know who is speaking?
Ask other persons to mute.
Please, sir.
Other
I request
participants to
all the
them.
participants. Please mute yourself on your end. Okay, you can do it. Please mute it. It is just common sense, sir. Please, please mute yourself. So, as I had started off on this one, that a long answer type question. Okay. So we try to tell ourselves and discuss among ourselves that it requires a lot of things like high order thinking, out of box thinking, extrapolation, going beyond the text, going beyond the story, even placing the character in entirely different situations. All these things are there. Question is, how can we equip the student? How can we develop this culture of answering these questions among them? Where to start? Where to start? Should we not start with ourselves? Let us answer long answer type questions ourselves. First of all, what kind of people we generally are? We are mostly conformists. We seek validation in society. We seek acceptance in society. We don't try to be different. How can we create such thinking in the students? I'm asking you this question, everybody here. Please tell me, how is it possible for a teacher who is, self-centric and who is very, very traditional and conservative, and who is who seeks validation from others? Am I right? Am I wrong? The kind of person he is, and such person who can't challenge the order of the society, wrong customs, wrong traditions, who can't take bold steps, who can't take risk. Can such person instill such thoughts and ideas in the students, such mentality in the students? This is the issue. I think, yes, we can't be hypocrites. What we are not, how can we teach the students? That's why teaching demands a lot from us. We should start with ourselves. On any issue, we go, actually, mostly we copy others' opinions. What most people are telling, we don't want to be unpopular. We don't want to be, if speaking truth is uncomfortable, don't speak the truth. Tell a lie. We are from this culture. I'm talking in general terms. So we need to start with ourselves. We have to be open-minded. As the proverb goes, nothing dies faster than a new idea in a closed mind. Nothing dies faster than a new idea in a closed mind. So we have to open our mind like parachutes and let the new ideas come in. And while teaching the text, while teaching the stories, dramas, poems, we should, during the classroom, we should encourage the students to come out with their differing views, which are not in agreement with us. Let us promote democracy in the classroom. Am I audible to all of you, sirs and madams?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is a fact. So then we can handle open-ended questions and we can train our students to handle such questions with confidence, and then their personality will blossom. They will become individuals, not only a group of people only, with their own identities, with their own thinking and opinions on the issues. A story can be approached differently, can be viewed differently. Okay, moving on. So Here we are, an open-ended question which does not have yes or no answer, no static response. It has unlimited possibilities. But while teaching the lesson, while teaching any lesson, we should try to discuss the topics and try to create some hypothetical situations, some imaginary situations out of the story where students' mind have free flights. They spread their wings and start flying in all directions, and they can do anything to the story. Because story belongs not only to the author, it belongs to the students as well, and they can change the story. Then the open-ended questions will be handled. Then these long answer type questions will have opinions, which will be original opinions of the students from their own experience when we relate these stories to the real life situations. Moving on. Okay, so here are some of the questions. These are long answer type questions, open-ended questions. First one, what could have happened to Matilda if she had confessed to her friend that she had lost the necklace? I request everybody, please, we shall discuss it. What would have happened? Suchitra Prasad ma'am, please tell me. Suchitra Prasad ma'am, am I audible to you? Suchitra Prasad ma'am. SK Misra sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Suchitra
Yes,
ma'am.
sir.
I am very happy that I have heard your voice. It
Yes,
rings
sir.
very
Good
clear
morning.
and true. Yeah. Suchitra ma'am. So what could have happened if she had confessed to her friend, Madam Forstier, that she had lost her necklace?
She might have not undergone with such a hard life after accepting that she had lost. Because it was not real necklace, then might have excused her.
So you want to say, I am just restating what you have just told us. You want to say that what life she had has been mentioned in the story because she did not confess?
Yes, sir. It might have been little bit
No,
easier
I'm not
because
asking you. I'm just asking you that the life that she had for not confessing it has been mentioned in the story, described in the story. It's simple question it is.
I don't think, sir. It is not there.
No. What really happened in the story is the consequence of not confessing, is it not?
I didn't get your point, sir. Please
My
explain
point
me.
is, ma'am, that she did not confess, true?
Yes.
Sir,
1 minute. She did not confess.
Yes, sir.
And what was the result of this action for not confessing? As she did not confess, what she suffered had been mentioned in the story?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
It is
sir.
mentioned. She had to
Yes,
work
sir.
hard.
But
Her husband, she has to change her accommodation.
yes, all kinds of
Everything
things.
is mentioned.
Yes.
Actually,
Very
sir,
good.
it all had happened because of her discontentedness with her life.
Yes. Actually, that is the
She was
reason.
totally
But I am saying
dissatisfied with
that.
her life.
Yeah.
And if she would have been satisfied with her life, things would have gone in some other way.
Yeah. So if
May I try, sir?
Yeah. Yes,
Hira,
madam.
sir.
You are welcome, sir.
Because she
Sir,
longed
according to
be
my
with-
point of view, if Matilda had confessed to her friend that she had lost the necklace, she would have been saved from ruining.
Yes.
The lost necklace was worth rupees 500 fancies. She could easily buy another in its price. What she did actually.
Yes. So the situation which would have happened, let me complete here. The situation which would have happened if she had confessed to
Yes,
her
sir,
friend is only
because
imaginary
in these 10
situation.
years, she lost all her charm also, sir.
Okay, sir, I will come to you, sir. Please let me clarify here. Let me be clear here that if she had confessed to her friend, her life would have been different. That different life can be imagined or not? That different life can be imagined or not? by us. Have you heard me?
Yes,
सीधी
sir.
सी
Yes, sir.
सवाल है कि उसकी जिंदगी दूसरी रही होती, वो दूसरी जिंदगी कैसी होती, ये तो इमेजिन हम कर सकते हैं ना?
Yes, sir.
That is
Yes,
what
sir.
I am asking. That is where the students come to play their parts. This is the world
Yes,
there. We create a world for the students to create all kinds
And-
of things. But my question is, if Matilda had confessed to Madame Forestier, would this story have happened? Would this story have happened?
The story could be
No,
quite
absolutely
different.
not.
This
No,
story
sir.
could not have happened.
No,
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 sir.
The
no,
story
sir.
could
No.
be quite
You
different.
need a problem.
The
Yes.
story could have
Crisis in
different
the
endings,
story.
sir.
Actually, sir, what
May
the
I,
writer
sir?
wanted to convey.
May I, sir? Hira, sir?
Yes. One person at a time, sir. One person
Yes,
at a
sir.
time. Yes.
Actually, sir, her husband was a simple, contented man who actually wanted to keep his wife happy. And on the other side, Matilda should have also learned to love life like her husband.
I'm
If
sorry,
there
sir.
would have been a
I'm
balance,
sorry, sir. This is not my point. My point, what piece of writing is called a story? What is a story? If she had confessed, the story would have happened. The story would
No,
not.
sir, not in this way.
No,
No,
sir.
No, sir.
Not in this
No,
way.
sir.
Story
No,
would be
sir.
something different.
Actually, Hira, sir.
Might
Hira,
be
sir.
possible, sir.
Hira, sir.
Yes.
Hira, sir.
Yes, continue, sir.
If she had confessed, the story might not have proceeded what the author wanted to convey.
And it would not have been that
Yes, sir.
exciting. And the story would not have been that exciting as it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The
Yes, sir.
actual lesson what the story teaches to us could not have been reached to that extent.
Yes,
to that extent.
Matilda's sufferings taught us a lesson in life.
Yes,
Matilda's
sir.
sufferings.
Yes, sir.
Actually, if Matilda had not suffered, we would have learned nothing from the story.
Hira,
That is
sir,
the
can I
grit of
say?
the story.
Yes.
That is
ma'am,
the
yes.
grit of the story.
Yes.
Hira, sir.
Yes, Neetu ma'am. Yes.
Hira,
Continue,
sir,
ma'am.
Hira, sir, through that story, the writer wants to convey us to lead a contented life, and we should not go beyond our means. Whatever we have, you should be happy. So, I mean to say that if the story had some another turning point, then the writer would not have been able to convey the main idea through this story.
Right. I clap for you, ma'am. This is the fact. You have hit the nail on the head. Yes, this is the fact that
Yes,
actually
sir.
sufferings, Matilda's sufferings taught us a lesson that you will also suffer if you think in the same way, behave in the same way, and your attitude is the same. Then everybody will suffer in the same way. So message would have been lost. So problem becomes crisis and lives are ruined. Then we get to know that yes. So this is the way of exploring the story. While we teach
Every common person could relate themselves with the character of Matilda and Mr. Loisel.
Yes, this is the fact. And that's why this story is a masterpiece. But what lessons we could have learned? We must have learned from this story that she should have confessed.
May I say something? Sir,
Yes.
Hira, sir, may I say something?
Yes, why not? You are welcome.
Sir, yes. Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
See, according
Good
to
morning,
my
ma'am.
point
Sir,
of view, according to my point of view, if Matilda has confessed her guilt, the story might not have proceeded, and it would have ended. See, and the story could not have become could not have achieved such seriousness.
Yes.
Tragedy
Tragedy
brings seriousness, and
Yes.
tragedy also makes a man, thoughtful. And tragedy also teaches us a lesson.
It purifies the human being. Tragedy purifies the human being.
Lessons.
Yes, purifies human being.
Purifies human beings. Comedies are for
Yes, sir.
entertainment. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Tragedy purifies.
it reaches the climax and it also reaches catharsis. And you know when
Yes,
a
yes,
story, when a
catharsis.
content, yes, when a you know content story reaches the point of or the climax of catharsis, it brings about a kind of purgation. And purgation, I mean purification. And when a man suffers, he or she becomes quite serious and he or she becomes quite thoughtful. Otherwise,
Yes.
you know, the life is full of comedies. The man does not become serious.
Yes, rightly so, sir. It is fact, sir. So actually, the story achieved its purpose because of its plot and because of actually there are some things which are beyond us, like fate, destiny, mistakes happen, some errors happen.
Yes, sir.
And as a result, the life is so unforgiving. There is no forgiveness in life. One mistake and you are gone. So this story tells us this. So we should, while teaching this story, we should explore all the possibilities.
And sir,
What could have happened?
a confession can bring peace of mind also, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Why not?
To avoid
Confession is a
unnecessary
cleaning of
tension.
heart. Yes, it is a cleaning
Yes,
of
sir.
heart, sir. Purification of
Yes,
soul.
sir.
It is. Yes. So all
Yes,
kinds
sir.
of things are there. So
Hira,
now,
sir, may I continue?
can we
May I
teach?
continue something, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Who is speaking?
Yes, sir. The story, the fact that yes, the proverb is that yes, life is not a bed of roses, rather it is full of thorns and thistles. And this the story of Matilda proves the fact. One
Yes.
mistake committed by a person lead to a serious disaster and serious sufferings. So this is if she would have confessed her guilt, she would not have got such a message. And the suffering of Matilda teaches us a lesson that sometimes one mistake may lead us to a danger.
Yes, our life is ruined, and there is
Yes.
no chance of making comeback. It is very difficult to make a comeback. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, Bambam sir. Very good answer. All of you have
Maybe a
answered
deliberate one.
brilliantly. And
Sir,
I just want
maybe
to
a
add.
deliberate one.
Yes.
Or accidental. Sometimes accidentally we make a mistake,
Yeah,
and sometimes deliberately do mistake.
Actually,
So,
you know,
in any case, in either cases, man suffer.
Yes, sir.
And sir, this story gives a very prominent message to the students, sir.
Yes,
because
yes.
this story is presented for class 10 students.
Yeah.
And every student has a purpose, sir. So this story also gives a very prominent message to our learners.
Yes, definitely.
That yes, the message is cut your coat according to your clothes. So the students learn from this story, and they also learn that if Matilda would be satisfied, contentment is the greatest happiness. And if she would be satisfied in her life, then I think that the ruin which she suffered, that would not happen in her life. And
yes.
That's why it is that contentment is the greatest happiness. Story, I think it gives a very prominent message to the learners.
Yes.
And to
yes, Ranjita ma'am. Yes, you have very good the point you have made, like that, cut your coat according to your clothes. So actually, this means that live within your means. Live within your means and be grateful, remain satisfied in your life, then happiness will be yours. There will be all happiness in life. Okay, fine. Now, I ask everybody here, all the teachers, that a kind of discussion we conducted right now, it was like a classroom situation here. If we teach the lesson in the same way in the classrooms, I think shall we not be preparing them for these long answer type questions?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can. So let us
interactive.
Actually, sir, we created
interactive teaching.
Actually, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Continue, sir.
Sir, actually, we are created a classroom situation here.
Yeah,
actually,
a
sir,
kind of,
we created actually a classroom situation here.
And it can be taken to the floor
and
of
it
the
will lead
classroom
to nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it will lead to nowhere ultimately.
Actually,
ये बोले एक ही फॉर्म है, ये दो फॉर्म है, डिफरेंट फॉर्म.
no. Actually, you say it will lead us to nowhere. I just want to. Please, background noise is coming. I request. So please switch off your microphone. Sir, actually, the thing is that we set our goals, and sometimes we set our goals in such a rigid manner that we don't allow the free play of imagination, creative thinking, and critical thinking in the students. Sometimes it is arbitrary. So let the class flourish. And it is not nowhereness. It is exploring the things. Why should we limit ourselves? Sky is the limit. And these students are very, very imaginative. I tell you, the present generation is very, very imaginative. They are very calculative people. They are very smart people. And if we give them chance, they can come out with fantastic ideas. Given the chance, they can prove themselves. They can prove themselves even better than us. So it is good for us. Let the Dronacharya's be defeated by Arjuna's. What problem is there? It is Dronacharya's victory, in fact. Now, coming back to the next question, moving on to the next one. Matilda suffered because she was not content with what life had given to her. We have discussed it at length, and we need not go into this one. But the question is that content arrangement is also important here. That sometimes we find that students deal with only one content or one idea in the long answer type questions and devote the entire paragraph, sometimes 2 or 3 paragraphs. So answers are mostly lopsided. They are not balanced. They are not properly rounded off. So content collection is very important. And this can happen if we have a discussion like this in the classroom, because so many ideas are coming. And these ideas will be their raw material when they write their story, write answers, when they create the finished product. These ideas will work as raw materials. So let the raw materials be generated in the classroom as much as possible through such type of interactive classroom. It is my thinking. Maybe some of us may disagree. I also believed in lecture method previously, that it is my job to impart knowledge, and knowledge will travel from teacher to the students, not other way around, because teachers are all knowledgeable people. But things are changing, and it is for good. I think it is good. Now, number C question. Pranjal and Rajveer discuss their next vacation destination. They shortlist Coorg and Goa. Rajveer is keen on Coorg and tries to convince Pranjal, develop a conversation between the two based on your understanding of glimpses of India. Sir, may I give you more trouble? So in this online platform, sometimes it becomes challenging. So am I audible to you all right now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So
You are audible.
I request all of you to create this dialogue with pen and paper with you, and then I will ask you to read out, some of you. So please create this, develop this dialogue, build up this dialogue between Rajveer.
Sir, please repeat the question.
Sir, please repeat the question.
Question number C, which is right before you. Question number
No, sir. Book is not available here. Book is not
needed for you. You know who was Rajveer and who was Pranjal and what they did how did they go to Assam?
Repeat the question, sir.
Coorg, you must have taught Coorg and Goa.
Question.
Question number C.
We are not talking about the book, sir. Please repeat the question, what you told us.
Achha, I repeat the question. Yes. Pranjal and Rajveer discuss their next vacation destination. They are planning a tour, a vacational tour. And what will be their favorite destination? They are discussing which place to go to. Okay? Have you heard me? This much?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So Pranjal and Rajveer discuss their next vacation destination. They shortlist Coorg and Goa. Their choice falls on these two places, Coorg and Goa. Okay. Rajveer is for Coorg and Rajveer is keen on Kurg and tries to convince Pranjal, Pranjal, my dear friend, let us go to Kurg. Okay, this means Rajveer, sorry, Pranjal has a different idea. Pranjal has a different idea. So develop this conversation between the two. Now, is it clear to you all? Is it clear on Kurg? So I think you must have done it. So have you done, anybody so far? Can you read out dialogue? Anybody?
Yes, sir. May
Hira,
I?
sir?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Hira, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
May I read, sir?
Yes, one
Sir,
person.
can I read it? Sir,
Yes,
Neetu
please.
ma'am from DAV, Munge DAV.
Yes.
So, Hira, sir, can I read it? Okay.
Yes.
It's the conversation between Pranjal and Rajveer. Pranjal is telling to Rajveer, let's go to Goa to the next vacations to enjoy sea beach site. Rajveer says, no, we will go to Kurg. Kurg is better than Goa. There are beautiful wildlife, landscape beauty, and moreover, it is very much connected to our heritage and culture. Then Pranjal is telling what wrong to go to Goa. Rajveer says that we will plan our next holiday destinations to Goa, but now Kurg. Then Pranjal says, okay, as you wish, as you have already, you have described it, I hope we will enjoy it.
Okay, fine. Anybody else who has?
Sir,
created-
may I
Yes,
try,
sir.
sir?
Yes,
Hira,
sir.
sir?
Yes,
Hira,
one,
sir?
one person at a time. Yes.
Sir, this is Alex from DAV, sir, Vati, sir.
Yes.
Sir, may I try Hira, sir?
Yes.
Thank you, everybody. And this is the conversation between Rajveer and Pranjal. The dialogue of Rajveer. Hey, Pranjal, I think we should be visiting Kurg. It's a beautiful place with coffee plantation. I can smell aroma already. Now, the dialogue of Pranjal. We visited tea plantation last year in Assam. I want to experience something different this time. Now, Rajveer, Kurg is the best place. Kurg is the place to go there. Just more seafood than smelling coffee. It is rich in flora and fauna in rainforest. It would be sight worth seeing, sitting by Kaveri coast. It would be so refreshing. So that's all I prepared.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Uttam
continue,
sir.
sir. Yes.
Sir, as a person says that Rajveer is keen to visit Kurg. So here the conversation is, sir, Rajveer is saying to Pranjal, have you ever visited Kurg? Then Pranjal said, no, I haven't. Rajveer, I have also not visited, but I have heard a lot of things about this place. Pranjal, what do you know about this place? Then Rajveer said, as I know that it is famous for coffee, spices, and beautiful landscapes and all. Then Pranjal said, yes, I am so excited to visit this place. So let's go. So that's all, sir.
Okay. So I'm very happy. You have done it brilliantly. Lot of experience. And first of all, I'm asking you this one, that this part is not in this story that you have created right now. This is not in this story. This situation is a purely hypothetical situation, imaginary situation it is. But why did you step in there and you created a dialogue between these two, considering their nature, but sceneries that you created, yes, some sceneries have been described there in the chapter Kurg, but you added spice, you added spice, and
Some disturbing sound is coming from somewhere, sir. Some disturbing sound is coming from somewhere.
I request everybody to please control the background noise. Please. Otherwise, it will be fruitless here. So all our efforts will go to waste. So please, I request that background noise should be controlled because it is very important for us. Okay. Thank you. Now the situation is perfect for us to interact. So what I was telling you.
I have.
Yes.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, may I read the dialogue, please? Okay, so actually this is the dialogue between Pranjal and Razveer. So I have written in the form of conversation.
Yeah.
Pranjal, hello Razveer, how are you? This time, I think that we should go to visit Goa in the this time summer vacation. What do you think? Rajveer, no friend. I want to go to Kurg. You know, I want to enjoy the scenic beauty of Kurg. It is in Karnataka, you know, very famous for street food. Now, Pranjal, what's wrong to go to Goa, man? Rajveer, I'm not telling that Goa is not beautiful, but Kurg is more beautiful than Goa. I want to, actually, I want to have the flavor of Karnataka, you know, the scenic beauty of Kurg. Pranjal, okay, let me tell you, Goa is it's wonderful. And have you seen do you know how beautiful its beaches are? Rajveer, man, I want to enjoy, as I told you, I want to enjoy the flavor of Kurg. Pranjal, no Goa. Rajveer, okay, we will visit Kurg and Goa both. Okay, no discussion on this. We can enjoy the flavor of both. We will there will be time management and we can plan the journey of both the places. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ranjita ma'am. Very good. It was a wonderful conversation between them. And how imaginative you were. You first of all, you try to go beyond the limit of our thinking. Let me tell you in few words. I am unable to describe it properly. I just want to say.
Hello, Hira sir.
Yes.
Hello,
yes.
Hira sir. May I
Gopal,
talk?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Sir, actually, the conversation what one madam read out just now. Well, the conversation was no doubt it's good, but one thing what she mentioned, I don't approve that thing. She mentioned about the beaches of Goa. Actually, the beaches and other beauty, what the Goa has should not be mentioned over here, because in the text, what Goa has mentioned, it is all about, or it should be all about the baker and the life of the beauty and the culture, how they just used to just send the biscuits and all, and bake all these. This should be mentioned. I don't think any other thing, extra thing should be mentioned as far as Goa's features are concerned.
Sir, this is
exactly, sir. I agree with you. I agree with Gopal, sir.
Who agrees with Gopal, sir? Sujitra
Me.
Suchitra ma'am. Yes, Suchitra Prasad ma'am, you are agreeing with Gopal sir, but I want to know that this is what going beyond the text is all about. What Ranjita ma'am has done. Ranjita ma'am has let me finish. Ranjita ma'am has crossed the limit boundary, and this is what extrapolation is all about. It is essential. She has done the right thing by going. So why should we confine ourselves to the text? Actually, dialogue writing, then it will be only reproduction, memory level question answer. But she has used her critical thinking, creative thinking, and she went beyond the text and explored the beaches of Goa. That is fantastic. She should be congratulated.
May I add something?
Well,
yes.
Well, sir, if
I want to add something.
The story.
Yes, see, actually it is extrapolation that she has done, and she is very much right in her choice of situation and what. Yes,
but sir, there should be a controlled extrapolation, I think so.
Control, because what kind of control that, will you exercise? Actually,
sir, then we would be confused. Sir,
there is no confusion, sir. There is no confusion.
In the previous question, sir, in the previous question about what about Matilda, if someone had said that, well, if Matilda, was there any chance of any kind of cheating by Mrs. Forestier? If Forestier Matilda had confessed that, I have lost my this piece of jewelry, and Matilda had cheated. Had Matilda cheated, what would be the consequences? Should we go like that?
No, sir. Actually, here
There might be the chance of this kind
Gopal
of happening.
sir, Gopal
Matilda
sir.
would have, yes, Matilda could have shared like this way. Sorry, Forestier could have shared like this way, that okay, it was of not imitation, but it was of made of real diamond. Then what would be
Yes.
what would be the case?
Sir, may come and join. You are overlapping the session because of your technical session.
Yes.
Okay. Now, just Devjani, you come out with your views. Yes, Devjani.
Sir, what I
Yes,
want to say
Devjani.
is that basically, yes, sir. Sir, I want to say that Pranjal is choosing Goa and Rajveer is choosing Coorg. There is a logic behind this.
Yes,
Rajveer is not part of this hill station, but Pranjal was part of the hill station. So
Yes.
Pranjal naturally is attracted to a new place, to a new geographical area. That is Goa. And this person, Rajveer, he is attracted to a new place from where he is not actually belonging. So
Yes,
this
yes.
place is Coorg.
Yeah. Yes,
So
this is.
And one more thing which I want to say is, one more thing, sir, that Goa in our popular mentality, in popular ideology, Goa is something which is famous for beaches. So definitely
Yes,
beaches
sir.
will come
Yes,
in
sir.
Goa.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So actually, sir.
Hira sir, I would like to point out that when it comes to question dialogue writing, only 4 to 6 dialogues are asked. But here, if we write so lengthy dialogue, it will go beyond the word limit also.
Ma'am, I am not sitting in judgment. I am not sitting in judgment. It is just an exercise, ma'am. Please.
Let me finish, sir. Let me finish. That it is all about based on text that Coorg, why Coorg is famous, where is Coorg, and Goa is also, but that culture of Goa is more prominent here. So we should mention that also.
Ma'am, I welcome your views. I don't disagree. The point is that actually she was trying extrapolation, and which was the right thing to do. Okay. Actually, and so far the length of dialogue is concerned. You are writing the dialogues. You are all educated people, learned teachers. So naturally your dialogues will be longer because you have better language resources. So I will not go into that. So actually I have to keep the time in mind because I am just exceeding the time limit. I will wind up soon. I just want to conclude here the discussion here with these words. Please hear me out. That extrapolation means crossing the boundary. It is very much. It is this freedom student needs. They need this freedom. Okay, we can't set limit on them. Okay. For such
kindly mute yourself. Respect the teachers, please. Let the host speak only.
May I know
request all the teachers, please mute yourself.
Yes. Okay, please mute. Background noise is coming. I request. So moving on, sirs and madams, that such questions, parents play a crucial role in upbringing of their children. Critically examine the parents of Woli and Abright, highlighting their impact on their children's lives. Such questions, we are comparing two characters from entirely two different stories, but we are trying to find commonalities between their lives and differences in their lives. What kind of parents did they have? Such compare and contrast questions will make them understand, their concept will be more clear, and they will be able to study the character. Okay, Woli's parents, Abright's parent, how different they are. So such questions will bring out this critical thinking abilities in the students. Compare, contrast, analyze, interpret, all kinds of high order thinkings. So we need to, while teaching the lessons, we can compare the lessons, we can compare the plots, we can compare the characters, and let the students participate there. Okay, freely, fully. And I'm sure you will all enjoy more and more in your classroom, and you will feel more fulfilled. Okay, so actually lines can be drawn. What is right, what is wrong, we shall look after these things later on. But sometimes If we place too many restrictions on learning and on imagination and thinking, then we are limiting their possibilities also. We should not forget all these. So moving on. Next one. So this is the value point. So my dear worthy teachers, value points are very, very important. There is one more question there. Create a dialogue between Voli and Natalia. These are the two opposite characters. Natalia will compromise principles for the sake of wealth. Voli kicked wealth. Bisambar was a rich man, but Voli rejected him on principle. That Voli, why was he demanding dowry and why was he blackmailing her father? And she would remain unmarried and serve her parents, and she would be on her feet, she would be independent, she would become a teacher. Okay, so their characters are far different. Natalia is too much dependent on the situations. On the other hand, Voli rises above the situation. Despite hardships, despite neglect, despite all kinds of things going against her, Voli is a winner. Natalia is the victim of the circumstances, and Natalia is too selfish. But on the other hand, Natalia is dying for marriage, Voli rejects marriage. These two characters, so we can teach these lessons in this way. And dear teachers, I would like to tell you, value points are very important. Every long type answers should have 3 paragraphs, introductory one, then middle part, in which we critically examine the things and concluding thoughts. Okay, so these things are very, very important. So sir, shall I wind up in 2 or 3 minutes time, or should I continue?
You can continue, sir.
Okay. Okay. So these value points are very important. Now moving on. So we have this one. So steps while teaching, post teaching. These activities are very important to prepare our students for open-ended questions, long answer type questions. First one, to teach literature chapters with an open mind. We have discussed it right in the beginning. I told you that if a teacher is not liberal, a teacher is not open-minded, if a teacher is a conformist or a person who seeks validation only, such teacher can't inspire students to think openly and divergently and out of box. It is so we have to start with ourselves. Sometimes we support a political party, a particular ideology, but we don't want to look the other side of the coin. So let us look at the other side of the coin. Then we will have the complete picture. So we are mostly opinionated. And if we are opinionated, this means we have closed minds. And with closed minds, we can't teach students with open minds. We can't. So we have to open our mind. Relating the story plot to real life situations. All these stories are imaginative. They are fictions. But where from have they come out? They have not come out from other planet. They have not come out from thin air. They have come out from our lives, the real lives. So they are the reflections of real lives. So relating them to real life is a good exercise. It is very, very productive. Then the lessons will start happening in the lives of the students. Then it will become meaningful, not only a means of passing the examinations, but it will be the part of their life. What is the use of prescribing such lessons? The purpose is to change them, to make them find a new human being among themselves, to discover themselves, to reinvent themselves. Lateral thinking means our thinking should be broad-based. To start with, we teachers, lateral thinking, broad-based. So we should look around ourselves, not only in one direction. So setting limit is very, very important, but opening the borders is more important. Let us open our borders. Let the free ideas come in and go out. Let the fresh air in. We need to open the doors and windows. If we create limits for ourselves, we are hampering ourselves. We will not be able to make progress. Extrapolation. Extrapolation is So who can define extrapolation? I invite student, my friends, sorry. I invite my friends to define extrapolation. What is extrapolation? Excuse me. Anyone? What is extrapolation?
Thinking out of storyline. Thinking
Yes.
out of storyline.
Line, the word you have marked. If the line continues in the same way, where will the story go? Suppose Bholi is the story. If it goes beyond that Bholi's decisions that she announced, she will remain unmarried and serve her parents, nurse her parents, and she will become a teacher and teach the students. But beyond that, take the story further, like the Uttarkand of Ramayana. Take it further. So if the story continues in the same way, what are the
She
logic?
might,
yes,
she
yes.
might come with some student whom she will again prepare, who is having life challenging like Bholi, or somewhat behavior problem she is having, then she might be curing like her teacher. This we can think out of line.
Yes, actually, Bholi will be more empathetic. A better teacher she will prove because she has experienced discrimination, neglect in her early childhood. So she will know how it hurts to be neglected, how it hurts to be mocked, how it hurts to be ignored, how it hurts. So actually, she will be more sensitive. She will be a better teacher because she has the experience of having suffered all this in her early childhood. So she would prove to be a better teacher. So actually, we can convert even our negative experiences and bad experience into positive ones. So this is very important. So extrapolation can be explained in this way, that if the situation continues as it is now, further, where will it end up and where will it go? Divergent, it's slightly different from extrapolation. Divergent means road is turning slightly. It is lateral, going left or right.
Extrapolation means moving from general to particular and particular to general. Extrapolation means moving from general to particular and particular to general.
Yes. Sir, will you please explain for some more? What you have just spoken, sir.
This means when we the question is taken from the textbook, but it has to be taken beyond the textbook to the general ideas and context of the things.
Yeah, you
and
are talking
sometimes,
about yes, continue.
I am talking about your extrapolation. I am talking
Yes,
about your extrapolation. I am
yes.
talking about your extrapolation.
Yes, sir. I think that you would from party. Yes. Would you like to add, sir,
we
something
pick
more?
a central idea and take it.
Yes, sir.
That is why I am talking about from that. If you take a question, for example, from a letter to God.
Yes.
About something. Why did he not believe in the postmaster, but he believed in the God?
Yes.
So there are the two things: human approach and blind faith related.
Yes.
So in this case, when we begin from the blind faith in God, we go to the general belief in humanity.
Yes.
And when we begin from the general belief in humanity, we come to the faith of the God. So when we relate this idea from central to periphery and periphery to center, this is called the extrapolation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Great, sir. Actually, I just want to restate what you have just told us all. That
am I clear, like... Hira Sarji?
Yes, sir. Why not? You are very, very clear, sir. Crystal clear you are. In fact, you have made it clearer than before. So what I am saying here is that you want to say that from particular to general means some universal values. We will reach some universal values, universal things. Actually, in this way, one instance can become say reference for what generally happens in life. That is what you are trying to say, sir.
Yes.
Okay, fine, sir. Then divergent thinking, divergent, as I told you, convergent and divergent.
Right.
Convergent means when the ideas are converging at one point. Convergent means we all are agreeing to something that yes, this is proper, this is right. Divergent means that there are, so say, some say branching out, or some different thinking is coming out, out of box thinking is coming out, new ideas are coming out. So it is very, very important to this kind of thinking is important to handle such questions. I mean, long answer type questions. Students, astray remarks about the situations and the characters should not be dismissed often. What we do? Some students talk nonsense about the story. You just, some foolish questions are raised, some foolish comments are made. Don't dismiss them. They may have some sense. Okay, so let them come out. After all, they are students, so we can't control them all the time. So their astray remarks and here and there remarks should not be dismissed, that oh, they are talking nonsense or meaningless things. Should not be. We should hear them out. This will empower them, and who knows, they may have ideas. Who knows? So we should not underestimate them. A story has a larger message, must be caught. That message must be caught. So actually, while teaching any lesson, story, drama, anything, we should, if we keep these things in mind, we shall be serving our students better, and their personality will grow, and they will become more eloquent, more expressive, and they will not hesitate to express themselves. They will be very bold, very confident, and very risk-taking people, which we need in 21st century. Now, moving on, no story has perfect ending. We have discussed it a lot. That a story can be taken further, or we can change the ending of the story also. Here, Gopal sir might disagree with me, but this is a fact that this can happen. There is a scope for change. Plots and character roles can be changed. Suppose if we place Voli in place of Abright and Abright in place of Voli, what would happen? What would happen? So questions may arise, such questions. Organizing debates, speeches to elicit emotional involvement of the story. A story is not only for our intellectual growth. It makes us emotionally a very profound, very satisfied kind of person. The catharsis that sir pointed out, Bambam sir. So a story has an ennobling effect. It makes us feel bigger, profound. The sense of profoundness comes. Abundance. This feeling comes with reading a great story. So a story is not all about language or all about thinking abilities. It has some larger purposes to serve. Okay. So such speeches and debates will emotionally involve the students. Like Mother's Day, I tell you, I share with you this experience that whenever I go to class 11 and ask them, please children, which lesson to revise? Mother's Day, sir. Please Mother's Day. Because they can relate themselves. And some funny characters are there, some dialogues are there, smoking cigarette, playing cards, and talking, doing tough talking. Students have this inner urge, a rebellious nature. Their rebellious nature comes out in a very productive manner. So they let them come out. Teachers to come out of traditional thinking or conservatism. Teaching fraternity sometimes are not sometimes they are out of step with the changing world. We are mostly running behind. So we need to step on. We need to go with the tune of time. We should keep ourselves abreast of the latest changes that are happening, not only in material changes, but attitude, ideology, thoughts, human rights, freedom, individual rights. 1,000 things are there. So we need to keep in touch with them. Or content and value point. So students should be taught coder. They should be taught that they should collect their ideas in the beginning before they attempt writing. Otherwise, they will get stuck and they are unable to complete the answer. And their answers are, as I told you, lopsided. It is leaning on one side only. It doesn't have balance. A lot of grammatical inaccuracies are there. So content and value points should be collected and selected right in the beginning. So we need to train them. Content organization, how much the content should be. If it is 100 words, then 100 words will contain how many ideas? Which idea should come first, the most prominent one? Which will be the second one? And how will they be interconnected? I mean, the fluency part should be taken good care of. Then the answers will be perfect. Mostly answers lack proper content. The amount of content is not enough. Characters from two stories being compared, situations in two stories being compared. This is also not a futile exercise. It is worth trying. Transferring the same character from one situation to another, we have discussed. Critical thinking, problem solving, changing the plot. Critical thinking helps us in problem solving. A story has a problem, but a particular character like Matilda is unable to crack it, unable to solve it, because she has some innate flaws in her character. Like she is always dissatisfied. She thinks that yes, she is extremely beautiful. She deserves more from life. Okay, and we can observe around us. So critical thinking, what is critical thinking? We need to tell the students not only, but we should make them practice. Critical thinking is the intellectually disciplined process of activity and is skillfully conceptualizing, applying, analyzing, synthesizing, and evaluating information gathered. It is evaluating information. What books tells us may not be correct. We can question it. It is not the gospel of truth. What writer has written, I can say this story is not good. Let the students say, and let them make another story. It is actually it is not the question of loyalty. We are loyal to nobody. We should be loyal to ourselves first of all. What we are thinking, whether we are thinking, whether we are satisfied with our thinking or not, it is more important. Synthesizing, evaluating information gathered from and generated by observation. Students will observe the story. They observe their surroundings and they will try to find out things. Experience, reflection means afterthought. What really happened? That Matilda did reflection, sitting on the window side. After everything was all over, she had suffered a lot. She would sit on the window side and remember that evening when she was the queen of the party and she was the attraction of all the eyes. She grabbed all the eyeballs. How painful was it for her now, having lost everything? So reasoning, communication as a guide to belief and action. So I will not delve into thinking. We have discussed it a lot. Next one is creative thinking. Creative thinking. Actually, some of our teachers were there talking about values. Actually, they are called value-based questions also. So values, what are values? These are firm beliefs and ideals held by a person which determine her thoughts and actions. Yes, the choices that we make in our life, the decisions that we take are guided by our philosophy of life, the way we look at life, some beliefs, some ideals. We keep that in mind, and in that light, they are the points of reference. We go back to them for reference and then decide accordingly. These are the guiding principles which provide basis for individual choices in life. Developing universal human values. Actually, many universal human values come out of these stories. We learn a lot, and we need to inculcate in the students through the story responsible attitude towards self and society, that we should be responsible to ourselves. Then we can be true to the society. It is very much. Otherwise, we will be playing false. It will not be good. So we should be genuine, we should be real, and we should be responsible to ourselves so that we are responsible to the society as well. Okay, so next, just we are on the last leg. Critical thinking skills. These are the thinking skills we can cultivate in the students, can encourage them to cultivate observation. It is the starting point. Analysis, actually breaking into parts and looking at the relationship, and then inference, drawing conclusion. They should not be jumpy in drawing their conclusion. They should not jump to the conclusion. They should have enough facts, figures, and ideas so that they can conclude meaningfully. Communication. Yes, these questions offer them chance to express themselves. Okay, and fully and freely. But they should have language resource also for that. Problem solving, executing, conceptualizing, forming picture and ideas in the mind. Next is Yes, next slide is, yes, right before us. Critical thinking. I need not tell our friends what critical thinking is all about. Otherwise, I will be wasting my time. We have discussed it a lot. Okay, creative thinking. Sorry, creative thinking. So this is all about creative thinking, out of box thinking, extrapolation, imagination, creating something new and unique out of the old. So this is creative thinking. Okay. So moving on, we shall see. So everybody, I take leave of you. You have borne with me. I mean, you have cooperated me and accepted me and interacted with me. I'm so thankful to you. I'm so grateful to you. May God bless you all. You have been so cooperative, and it was really enjoyable session. Not because of me. It was because of you. You cooperated and enriched the knowledge of everybody, because everybody had something to offer. It was great. It was very quality session, and we enjoyed it a lot because of our participants, our fellow teachers, and I'm sure our classrooms are going to be different from here on. I'm so sure that we will be all pumped up for our classrooms. That's all from me. I inform my resource person, coordinator sir, that sir, yes, this is what I have to offer, and I seek your blessing, sir.
Thank you, sir. Very good. Well done.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So nice of you.
Wonderful, Hira sir. Wonderful. You have joined story both Matilda and Bholi. So many characters. Really fruitful.
Thank you.
You are out of the
Natalia
line.
too.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Gopal sir. Thank you, Smita ma'am.
Wonderful session, sir.
Thank you,
There is no doubt about that.
Thank you, sir.
Hira sir. Hira sir. Hira
Yes.
sir.
Sir. Yes, sir.
There is no
Hira
doubt about
sir.
that.
Yes, sir.
Hira sir, you taught the year-long syllabus in only a few minutes. Thank you.
Sorry, sir. I am not that capable of doing that, but I just made an attempt to just entertain you and share something with you.
Definitely, sir. Good. Nice.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Quite enough.
Have a nice day.
Yes, sir.
Have a nice day. Have a nice day, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank
yes,
you.
sir.
Thank
Your
you
views,
for
sir.
the beautiful
Sir, I have just explained that thing, f of x equal to x square minus 1.
So just now we'll be having a lunch or post this in session, lunch.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, there is lunch right now. And after this, again, the session will be started as per the
2 p.m. will be back.
Yeah. And one thing
2
I
p.m.
just, this is 2 p.m., madam.
And
The
same
session
link
will
we
be started.
join.
Yeah.
Mr. PL,
The same link will work for this, and feedback form will be given at the end of the session. And I would just like to hand over the mic to our honorable principals are here. All the principals, all the dignitaries, whosoever are here, especially Ambasta sir, the principal of Jamalpur school. Sir, I am seeking your blessing, sir. At this juncture, sir, just say a few words to conclude the session right now. Just after this, we will again start at 2 p.m. Over to sir.
Yes, sir.
Tanushri ma'am, sir is there?
So, yes, madam. Should I go for ending up the session right now, madam, so that
So that
all
we
of
can come back soon? Yes.
yeah. Yeah, okay.
Tanushree ma'am, will it be 2 o'clock or 2:30?
No, 2 o'clock.
No, 2.
No, sir, please. Just at 2 p.m. sharp, sir. Try to.
Okay, let's start sharp at 2 p.m. So all the
So that
participants,
after
all the
PM
teachers,
star,
please do
I
come.
will be
Yes,
taking the
sir.
session.
After
Rafat
this,
ma'am.
Rafat ma'am, yes,
Rafat ma'am, yeah. So
we are eager to hear you, madam. We are eager
sir,
to hear.
Rafat ma'am will always chases me. Sir, running short of time, please, quick, sir. Now, when I saw the schedule, I was a bit scared of Rafat ma'am. But ma'am, आज कुछ बोलने दीजिएगा, please. If I cross and exceed 10 minutes or 15 minutes, please bear with me, please. With a lot of pain, I have.
You are so good.
Yes, and
Your
we
session is
will
really
also
rocking.
listen to you until you finish.
Your session is rocking. Every time.
No, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Hira sir,
Okay, thank
brilliant presentation. Hira sir
Thank you,
is
sir.
our
Thank
driving
you.
force.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. May God bless you all, sir. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
So with
thank
the
you, sir.
hope of joining at 2 p.m. sharp,
2 p.m.
okay, we can leave.
Nice presentation, sir.
We can
Yes,
leave,
sir.
no?
Thank you, sir. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. And have a nice lunch, sir. And
Thank you,
madams.
thank you.
Okay, stay tuned. Stay tuned with us and let us back at 2 p.m.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, fine, thank you.
Hello.